so just 2 more. Let's go. Either that level's really clever, or it's just dumb trolly, or it's just actually like bad design troll. Who knows? See, that's really just bad design. There's no reason they couldn't just put the ladder, you know, visibly. I could tell that there was going to be a ladder kind of thing, but it's that placement was just very poor. Again, I don't think it matters that like just because I was able to figure it out and that like it's if you made levels and you come across that, you need a ladder to transition upwards if like you have a screen above you. So if let's say there was a ladder here, the reason why it's not transitioning is because I need to grab that ladder. Well, you might as well make it visible. It's I feel like some people would say like, oh, what's the big deal? You know about it, so like why not? Or it could be a trick. You know, it could be that it's just trying to trick you, but it's. I don't think it was difficult enough to be a trick. It was just more of just like an annoyance. Maybe that's what they were going for. If that's what they were going for, they did fine with it, but it's not something I would recommend or want to do myself. Because the level did not seem to be that kind of level where it's like, okay, it's meant to troll you, it's meant to deceive you. It seemed like a normal level with the theme of just like birds and I don't really get why I'm given all these weapons when I just... Usually when I give weapons because I'm gonna have a mechanic around it, or it's just fun to use or to help you out, but this level didn't seem like it needed any, like, at all. I really didn't like that one. Just short, plain. It had a theme, and it went well with its enemy choices. I'm not sure about the placements because I already forget the level, but yeah, it was just like that factory level had a theme and it went with it and had elements that a Mega Man game would actually have. This one, that last one, just seemed like I was base and I just went through it fast, but it was pretty meh. Or very meh for me. This one seems alright so far. And we're already at a gate. It barely like went through anything. But, I mean, I am gonna have to go through a second part, and there's probably a third part after. Just when I see a gate, it just... I guess it does work well for transitioning into different backgrounds and all that, because it's like you're entering the building. But this place is doing nice. This is, I like the background choice, like... I hate when the pipes have those kind of stones. When I'm using them, but this is really not bothering me for this. So when I see a gate, because I went through so many levels that were just really short, it just makes me think that, oh, this isn't good. This is already over. it was going nice, and then they just ran out of ideas. And that was it. So I just don't see the need to use the gate to transition. For me, it's a bit deceiving. And I know this is like early in the level. Probably why they just want to make Pumpman easy. And like the other boss is probably also going to be pretty easy. Was there always a gate here? Or am I somewhere else now? I don't want to go through that, I'll have to redo the whole thing. I don't remember there being a gate. I want to see if it drops anything. Nope. The level looks really nice, and the enemies are placeable. What I was saying with Pumpman is not about Pumpman itself, but I guess they didn't want him to be a hard fight. That's why they decided to just, you know, make him take a lot of damage from the Mega Buster. Which that works. He was just like a mini boss kind of thing. I just usually like end up making my levels too hard, so I like would make just like a regular fight. I mean, it's not like you went through lots to get to him. It was a bit lengthy, but it wasn't like hard, so it's not like getting back to him would be too annoying. I was gonna say this one I found weird because it's so easy to jump from that one torch metal dropper to the other one. I just like didn't really see the point of adding two of them, just have one, but there we go, just falling into it. I find it weird with these, when you're making a level with these, I don't remember the name of everything, but pretty much these flame things, is that you can put them on a timer for like when they'll start firing, but it seemed like it only worked for their first shot, because after that they pretty much all shoot at the same time, in the same like synchronization. I'm very curious where all this stuff leads to. think all I'll do is, that was pretty much it. I'll just cut out, and because that was the end of the level, I'll just cut out to when I'm back there, but yeah. This is where those portals lead, just to... I wonder why. Is it like a troll? Is it to just be like, haha, you have 3 stars? Because normally that's, you know, that would make sense in a troll level. I find it, just out of place, and that obviously does make it unexpected, but it's... When you have a nice level like this and you just put something like that, and it just... for me, it's just a weird combination, you know, it's... I'd say it's like... I don't know, like something you would, like a dipping sauce you would, or some kind of, condiment that, like, some people are like, nah, I don't think that goes well with that. Kind of thing, you know, it's not like, the biggest thing where I think, like, you shouldn't do in a level. For me, it's just out of place for me. So, like, I just wonder, like, why these gates, you know, like... Because I had that one key here. If I open up one of these gates, well, then I can't proceed through the level here. And it's not like I was able to go through that one there, right? That's just like an identical room. Alright, so... I'm just going back here to show an example of what I mean. This level was good. It was kind of short. The bosses were easy, but doesn't really matter that much. But you see here how they were using. They went for a theme of like blue and red for colors, and they're using tiles that like aren't from the same level, but they do match well. And they did a good job of that. I find of going for their colors with the heck. Is this ladder just not real? Oh, because I was thinking just because that, like, these were 2 different ladders, like I would fall and then just connect to the other ladder, but they did a good job with that. That's what it was going for, and that's fine. What I think it all had going for. It did have the fire one was clearly harder for me. The fire segments, because I was just like not really thinking and just going through, you know, seeing if I could like, or seeing if I can skip certain cycles or something. I had to go through the ice one again, the water one again, or sorry, the blue one again, and that one was pretty... It didn't have like any like instant kill things. It was just some platforming with some enemies, but pretty easy to get through. So again, easy doesn't normally mean bad. I know I normally say that I don't like easy levels, but this one at least had, if you screwed up, you died, so it had that kind of difficulty. And I find there's like 3 ways for difficulty of like easy of like you can have an enemy and that like you can take out the enemy with no problem. You're not going to get hit, and you know that, which is fine. Like you want to have some of that in levels, I find, or you can have that in levels as long as you mix up with other stuff. If you have nothing but that, it's kind of just like, for me that's not fun, but for others they may enjoy it. You have a medium difficulty where it's like if you were to fail taking out the enemy fast enough or fail platform in time, you would get hit by the enemy, and then that's all it is. You just take damage, you know. So that's like pretty much just what I find normal difficulty. Then you have hard difficulty, where if you screw up, you're either going to take a lot of damage, and or like fall through a lot of platforming, have to redo platforming, which, you know, can be frustrating. And then you have unfair, whereas if you, well, not unfair, but I don't know, like extreme or something, where if you fail, you die, which is what those lava things were, but they're easy to dodge in the first way. So it's like a mixture of like hard and extreme. It's not so unforgiving that like it's because the level's so short, and there were checkpoints, so even if I did die, it didn't matter, you know. Well, what I mean is that there was checkpoints at some point, you know, so it's like, it's not like I have to redo the whole thing. Taking out checkpoints would obviously make it harder, but the level was fine. I think it was good, actually. Alright, so that's this segment of Wily Top 10, and let's see. So since we did that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 more stages have been uploaded. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go. I did enjoy myself, but just not feeling the best. That's why my commentary was just lackluster this time.